Hello again, students and family members. This is Mr. Panza. Today, I'm going to show you the specific features in Padlet, or the post actions. After you have responded on Padlet, these post actions will allow you to be creative with your responses. Let me show you the different options. First, if you don't like the white background color, you can pick a different color. All I had to do was click on the post actions, those three little bubble dots, choose a color, and it changes it for me. Go back to those three little doubles. I can edit the post, connect to another post on the Padlet board, expand the post, making it bigger, or delete the post. You don't want to do that unless you really don't like the post altogether. When you're in the edit post mode, you're going to see another three dots down here. That's going to be helpful because those three dots have a lot of different options. Let me show you these different options. The first one you can see it tells you is an upload, which means if you found a picture, let's say for a group meeting, you have it on your desktop, you select it, it will not only load it, it will show up in your picture here. The one thing that I found though is if you pick this, then you can't add any other features to your post, which means if you didn't want to just add a picture and let's say you wanted to add a website link instead, you'll need to get rid of this picture by clicking the X and removing the attachment, then going to, let's say, the link, clicking on that, and then pasting your link in here and saving it. Now you can see that the link to a moon video has popped up on the bottom, and when people look at your video, they'll be able to watch it. If the video is not your thing, hit the X and see what other options there are. You can do a Google search and add a different image. So once again, let's say if it was a moon picture, you search for the moon and you can add it to your response. Exit out. Or you could take a snapshot picture of yourself. Make sure it's school appropriate. Give a thumb up like you can see here. It'll give you a countdown. Take your picture. You can save it and it will upload it right to your post for you. It really is that simple. There are a whole bunch of other options as well. Let me show you them now. Next to the 4 links that we just went over is another 3 bubble area. It says more. When you click on that, some of them are the exact same. The upload, the link, the Google image, or the picture itself. However, you can see there's film, voice, screen, draw, place, and Padlet. You can use lots of these. I'm going to show you the ones that you can use in the Smoketown 4th grade Padlet page. Let's take a look at the film one first. When you click on film, it may ask you if you're allowed to enable the film. You're going to want to say allow. Now you can create a video. This is just like the previous tech tool that we had been using last week. It's going to give you a countdown, you'll create a video, and then you can post it to the bottom of your Padlet. For example, here we go. Hi, I really like the meeting feature when we are in Zoom. Once you're done, you hit the pause button and you're ready to play back and save. If you didn't like it, you can just discard it and restart. I like it, so I'm ready to save it. And when I save it and I'm going to post it to the bottom, it will look like this. Now that I've posted the video, I just press play and everyone will be able to see that short video again at the bottom of my pad post-it. Just like you see here. Hi. I really like the meeting feature when we are in Zoom. If I don't like it, simply remove the attachment and go back into the more bubbles. So we just went over the film. Let's say you don't like being on camera, but you wouldn't mind recording your voice. That's where the voice feature comes into play. Click on that to see the option. It's going to pop up. It may ask you to allow you to use your computer microphone. You'll say yes. They give you the directions here, and you press this button to record. As I mentioned before, I really like the meeting options in Zoom. When you're done, press pause. And like we had mentioned earlier, you can restart or discard, get rid of it, or press playback and save. And this is what it will look like once you do that. Just like the video, it will give you a chance to title it, and then save it. And it will take a little bit to load, but once it loads, it will hang out at the bottom of your Padlet, and then you can press the play to listen to it back like this. As I mentioned before, I really like the meeting options in Zoom. So you'll be able to hear it, and so will your classmates at the bottom of that link. There's still more, as I mentioned. When you're in the Edit Post link, there's these 3 little bubbles here. Okay. The screen recording one actually requires an extension, so I'm going to say we skip that one. However, you can draw. So let's say we were talking about the moon, and you just wanted to place either a picture of the moon or some information about the moon. You can draw that and save it, and just like everything else, it'll open up at the bottom of your Padlet screen. Still more options. You can add a place. In this case, let's add our location of Smoketown Elementary. It will actually find it, Mount Sydney Road, Old Philly Pike, save it, and it will sit there at the bottom of your Padlet screen. And the final option you have here is to link to another Padlet. So when I click on this, you can see the other Padlets that you've been involved in. For example, the moon landing Padlet. You'll click on that, and it will connect you to that Padlet. The reason I showed you all of these features in this specific Padlet is because it took us away from the embedded Smoketown website. If we tried to do these features in the website, chances are it will block your audio or your video. So I wanted to show you these different features to let you see how Padlet gives you a different voice and many different choices. Hope this video helped you learn about how you can use Padlet.